Okay guys, here is the chart you've been waiting for in addition to everything else, and that is the American dollar chart as it pertains to the dollar exchange chart as it pertains to all the other currencies in the world. The US dollar index. So let's take a look. So here we are, all the way back to 86. The reason it only goes back to 86, there wasn't a lot of electronic trading going on previous to 86, but this chart sets a good stage for what I'm going to show you here shortly, so you can know when it's a good time to stay in or get out of the American dollar. Looks a lot like the Canadian dollar chart, except the Canadian dollar chart, unlike the American dollar chart, it deviates here, which goes to my thesis that the Canadian dollar is going to strengthen versus the American. And but yeah, so let's look at this busy chart here. So what we got going on here, I'm going to just take some of these drawings out of the way. Okay, so what we got going on here is that let's pretend back in, I don't know, 2001 you decided to draw a trend line from the old to the new. That's this trend line right here. Back to the high in 85 to the high in 2001, okay? And all you had to do is clone it and lay it in here, and you can see the low here. So that establishes our trend. What can I say? It just is what it is. So here we are looking at, we refer back to the Canadian dollar video I had. This action all looks very, very similar. The difference is that when we achieve this double top here with the DX, the dollar index, instead of making a lower low here, we didn't, and it started catapulting up. And so we're actually going to be exceeding this double top, and we're going to be honoring the trend line. And I feel that it's going to be honored by roughly 2025. Or earlier, but based on the radial, and you can see the radial here, you know, we're intersecting here, 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 here. I'm going to, when in conjunction with the Fibonacci time expansion and the radial itself, the US dollar is going to peak in 2025. And what does that mean? Why is it so valuable? Well, as I've said in the past, it's the best horse in the glue factory as it pertains to the Western currencies, because the euro is going to fall off a cliff. So yeah, the just again charting from, you know, I'm looking for this my forecast here to be a blend of the time expansion and the radial and the trend. And so when we've got that confluence there, I'm very, you know, as early as early 2025, as late as mid 2025, it's going to peak. Could it peak here? Yes, but you basically want to keep a track of the, you know, set an alert if you like. You can do it on investing.com. You can set an alert for dollar values. That's when you know it's time to get out of the American dollar if you're in it. And I basically think it's going to pop up here a little bit. It's going to jerk around, go down here, come back up here, and it'll be twinning this peak over here, and then it'll jerk around some more until finally we get a peak over here, which it may overshoot just a bit and come up to the 111,306, which if we throw a Fibonacci expansion on there, hang on here, this thing's behaving extra special. Oh boy. You get so many drawing tools on your chart, controlling them all becomes a delight. Just bear with me here, guys. Okay, so 108-ish, which is in line with this 111, this downward spike here. Again, I know it's very busy and I apologize about that. But let me just take this out of here now. Again, you can stay in the American dollar roughly till about late 2024 if you want to ride the lightning till 2025. Because after we hit this point, you'll notice that when we hit a peak, we usually stay there for, so this bottom here, we stayed here for 4 months. This peak, we stayed here, 0.62, we stayed here for 6 months. But this peak back here, I don't know precisely how long we stayed at this peak. This peak here was only 2 months. This peak may have been only a month or two. Point is that that's when you know the party's over for the American dollar as compared to the rest of the world, because then I'm going to suggest we're going to have that waterfall decline like we had from 2001 to 2004, just where it just keeps going down, 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 down. And once again, if we refer to my favorite crude measuring tool, which is simply an arrow. One moment. Just when I want to find it, I can't, and that's so great. There it is. Okay, so this arrow down to here. At this point here, we're looking for the index to be at 59. And so the horizontal line on that will be there. So in line with the other things I've said as well, declining hard until 2034, and you'll notice that we have another time expansion. So basically we're going to hit a high in late 2024 to mid 2025, and it's just going to grind down, down, down all the way till 2034. So yeah, at 59 and a half, 59.143. That's just the hard measurement on that. So yeah, that's if you want to, you know, I said the Aussie dollar I feel is going to fall off a cliff as it compares to the American dollar because of geopolitical bullshit. I think that the Americans are going to, you're going to have a rise in the American dollar, but again, only as it pertains to it being used in the West. I don't know that the East is going to be taking it too much longer. And then after that, it's just going to be a waterfall. So yeah, we can talk more about that if you want to ask questions about what that looks like. But yeah, this, you can look up what's called the dollar milkshake theory. It's a known thing on YouTube. A dude postulated it, basically saying that everybody in the world is going to need dollars because there's been so much of it created. It's a very extensive theory. I'm not going to go into it here. You can go look it up. Just go on YouTube and type in dollar milkshake theory. And yeah, so once again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I post all kinds of fun stuff, and as of late, just everybody's thinking about the stuff, where to put money, how to keep money safe, and this is something to be considered. And yeah, thank you.